All right. So good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today on our tech presentation. This will be a presentation so you guys will be able to monitor a little more when it comes to, are you getting feedback?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Is that a little better?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So this will be a presentation so we know how to manage a little more when it comes to remote learning and Google Classroom. Okay, so I'm going to start presenting my screen.
En, en español, por favor.
Oh, okay. So, gracias por venir a la presentación de hoy. La presentación de hoy va a ser para... I don't know why I'm getting feedback. Huh? Okay, thank you. So, la presentación de hoy es para saber cómo manejar un poco más la computadora cuando venga a remote learning, para aprender la aprendencia en la computadora. So, gracias por venir. So we're starting off, by the way, my name is Miss Heredia. So we're starting off with things that we need for our children to be able to log on to Google Classroom. So first thing you want to make sure is that you log on to Google Classroom. If you're on a computer, you will go to Google Classroom just on the search box. If you're on a tablet, a phone, or a gaming device, the best thing to do is get the Google app, the Google Classroom app, and then the Google Meet app. Those will be the two apps you need if you're on a device, such as a tablet, an iPad, a cell phone, whether it's an iPhone or Android. Or if you're on an Xbox or a PS4, you also want to make sure that you get the app. If you are on the computer, then you just want to go to www.googleclassroom.com. And if you're going to Meet, then you will go to meet.google.com. If you do not have your child user's name or password, please just send the email to myself at mheredia3@schools.nyc.gov, or you can also email Mr. Almas or Miss Evans, nevans@schools.nyc.gov, and either one of us could get that username and password out to you.
En español, por favor.
Gracias, because I'll forget. Are you guys able to see my screen changing? Okay. So lo primero que necesitan saber es para poder entrar a las clases por remoto, necesitan el nombre y la clave de su hijo o hija. Si usted no ha recibido eso, se puede contactar conmigo vía email. Es mheredia con H 3@schools, que es SCHOLLS.nyc.gov, o se puede contactar con la señora Evans, NEVANS, @schools, SCHOOLS.nyc.gov, y cualquiera de nosotras dos le pudiera no dar la clave de su hijo si no la tiene. Si está en una computadora, entraría poniendo googleclassroom.com, y para Meet pusiera meet.google.com. Si tiene una tableta, por ejemplo, o un teléfono, sea un iPhone o un Samsung, entraría bajando la aplicación de Google Classroom y la aplicación de Google Meet. Serían las dos aplicaciones que necesitaría. Vamos a empezar por explorar Google Classroom. See, I changed my language. Sorry, English first. So we're going to start by exploring Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, we're going to explore 3 different sections, which is our stream, Classwork. And when we're looking at Classwork, we're going to see it from a teacher's perspective, and we're also going to see it from a student's perspective, just because I want you guys to be able to see the difference a little bit. And then I also want to go over the part of comments. So, en explorar el Google Classroom vamos a ver 3 áreas diferentes. Vamos a ver el stream, vamos a ver Classwork, vamos a ver el área en Classwork, vamos a ver el área cómo se ve para una maestra y cómo se ve para un estudiante. Y vamos a ver la área de comentarios. Okay, so I'm going to switch screen here real quick. Okay, can you guys see?
Yeah.
All right, and you see my classes? Thank you. All right. So this here is the way you will see it when you first log on. For your child, you might just see one square because your child is only registered in one class. So when you're going on, you will click on this square. This will take you to your child's class. So this is my class, for example. So I will click on this one to go in. So cuando ustedes se registren para entrar, huh? Which one are you guys seeing? The PS138? You're not seeing mine?
PS138.
Okay, let me refresh my page. You got it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll go over this one more time because I was told you couldn't see the page. So when you log on, this is the main page you will go on. I want to go over something very quickly. So up here, as you can tell, it has my pictures. I uploaded my picture here, but for some of you, you might see a letter. When you click on this letter here, you will see that it has the email. When you click on it, if you do not see your child's email, which will be their first name and the first letter of their last name at ps138school.com, you're registered on the wrong account. So what you want to do is you want to add another account, or sometimes you might get something that says switch another account, or you might see another account here if you have registered before. So you just want to make sure you click on add another account and sign in the correct account, because if not, you will not be able to see your child's classes. So that's the first thing I want to say.
En español.
Yes, I'm going to say that in Spanish now. So lo primero que tienes que chequear cuando se registre es en esta área aquí. Yo tengo una foto, pero mayoría de ustedes van a ver una letra. Cuando le dan a esta letra que está aquí, para mí es una foto porque yo subí una foto, van a ver que dice el nombre de su hijo o hija con la primera letra de su apellido, @psschools.com. Si no dice esto y dice otra dirección electrónica, se quiere asegurar que le dé al área aquí a donde dice añadir otra cuenta o cambiar de cuenta. Eso significa que está en otra cuenta registrada ahora mismo y por eso es que no puede ver la clase de su hijo o hija. So, se tiene que asegurar que sea la dirección electrónica correcta aquí. Si no, no va a poder ver la clase de su hijo o hija. So, esa es la primera parte. All right. So once you make sure that you're logged on the correct account, you will see this, the squares here. Some of your children might have more than one square if they're receiving services or if they're part of more than one class. And some people might just see one square. These squares pertain to the classes that they're in. Cuando usted se registre, usted va a ver un cuadrado o va a ver más de un cuadrado. Todo depende de si su hijo o hija está recibiendo servicios. Si está recibiendo servicios, van a ver que tiene más de un cuadrado, pero estos cuadrados representan en las clases que su hijo o hija está. So, we're going to go in by going into this class. This is my class for pre-K, and we'll explore this class a little bit just to go over it. Vamos a empezar entrando a esta clase. Esta clase es mi clase de pre-kindergarten, nada más para que veamos unas cuantas cosas que vamos a hablar sobre ella ahora. So you will click here on the class, okay? And that's how you will be able to get on. Para entrar a la clase, le dan a esta parte aquí arriba que está subrayada y así pueden entrar a la clase. All right. So when we go on, you're going to see a few things. So all the way on the top, we see that it says stream, classwork, people, and on mine, because I'm the teacher, it says grades. On your child, you will not see this tab. you will only see Stream, Classwork, and People. Those will be the only 3 tabs that you see, and we will see that in a little while when we change to a student's platform. After that, another thing I want you to see is I want you to note that on the banner, the stream is there. Now, in some classes, you might notice that the teacher keeps the stream open. The link open for the meetings. And on some classes, you will see it does not. The teacher has the option to turn off this link. So that way, your child will not go into the Google Meet on the unsupervised. So at times you will see that it's not there, and it's because the teacher has it off because she does not want the children to go in with unsupervised. So cuando ustedes entren a la clase van a darse cuenta que hay varias áreas. La primera es Stream, Classwork, People y Grades. En la de su hijo o hija no van a ver esta que se llama Grades. Eso nada más sale en la de la maestra. Pero van a ver estas 3 que quedan aquí, que es Stream, Classwork y People. También van a ver la dirección electrónica en el banner, en esta área aquí donde está la foto, que lo lleva al sitio donde la maestra se reúne con su hijo o hija. A veces van a ver que esto no está, es porque la maestra tiene la opción de apagarlo para que así los niños no entren al área donde se reúnen sin supervisión de una maestra o maestro. Another way that a teacher can also add the link, which some of you might have noticed in some of the class, is not only in the banner, but they might also add it in their stream, so in their message. So that way, it would look like this, like a tab that you can just click on and it will directly take you straight to it. What some other teachers also like to do, because they already trained their students to use it this way, is instead of actually putting the code here, instead of putting a tab, they will put a code and the children already know to go into Meet and type in the code, which I will walk you through in a minute. So algunas maestras ponen la dirección electrónica aquí arriba y algunas maestras lo que hacen es que ponen un cuadrado aquí donde ustedes le pueden dar a este cuadrado y le lleva directo a donde la reunión va a ser. Lo que a algunas otras maestras les gusta hacer es poner la clave, porque ya le han enseñado a su hijo o hija cómo entrar a meetgoogle.com y poner la clave. Okay, so very quickly, let me switch so you guys can see something else. Okay, so if I go to meet.google.com, si usted va a meet.google.com, esta viniera siendo la página principal. This is the main page if your child was to go in without pressing on the link itself. So what your child will do is they will click where it says join or start meeting, and they will enter the code that the teacher has given them. So what some teachers like to do is give a code. They might give like the code of their class name or the teacher's actual name. And the child will type that into this area here and they will go into the meeting to meet with the teacher. Algunas maestras lo que hacen es que le dan un código a su hijo o hija, sea el nombre de la clase o el nombre de la maestra, y empiezan una reunión, pero eso es nada más si la maestra le ha dado un código. Le dan a esta área aquí a donde dice Join or Start Meeting, y entonces en esta área ponen el código que la maestra le ha dado para entrar a la reunión. Okay, I'm going to make a quick pause here to ask if anyone has questions so far. No? Okay. All right, so let's continue. All right, so we looked at, let me hide that. All right, so we looked at what that looks like. So now let's go back to this page here. So this page here is called the stream. Let me open this up so you see the whole screen. This page here is called the stream. So when the teacher wants to share a quick message with her class, she will type up the message in this area. And then she will post it. So this is when you guys will get to see messages like this. So for example, this was the morning message. I tell my children happy Tuesday, and I will let them know what time we're meeting. I add a morning message where they can watch, and then they will have their video. Some teachers like to add a question, especially in the older grades, for their morning message, and that will be a way for them to also have an interaction with them early in the morning, right before their meeting, and I'm sure that they will also let them know that their meeting is coming up. So esta área se llama el área de stream. En esta área es donde la maestra le puede poner un mensaje a su hijo o hija, para así los niños saben qué actividades van a tener para el día. Por ejemplo, aquí pueden ver que este es mi mensaje de por la mañana, dándole saludos, dejándole a los niños saber a qué hora nos vamos a reunir. Le pongo un video dejándole saber cómo va a ser el día, y le pongo también la clave a dónde nos vamos a reunir por la mañana. Then we have this next section here. Oh, very quickly before I move. In this area here, if it's a class comment, you can add a comment. So if you add a comment in this area, this comment will be viewed by the whole class. As you can see in the area, it says class comment, which means everybody will be able to see. So if it's a private message you want to send the teacher, this will not be the area where you want to send it. I will show you that in a few. En esta área, como ven aquí, se puede añadir comentarios. Si mandan comentarios en esta área, lo puede ver la clase entera. So, si le quieren mandar un mensaje privado a la maestra, esta no sería en el área donde lo quieren escribir, porque aquí le llega a todo el mundo en la clase, a todos los estudiantes o maestras en el salón. So, any messages posted here will go to to all students in the class, or all teachers in the classroom. So then we have, in this section here, it will be when your child has upcoming work that is due. So if the teacher gives an assignment that has a due date, this will be the area where they will see, for example, let's say if the students had an assignment that is due by the end of today, 11:59, it will have the name of the assignment here, and it would say 11:59 p.m. That will be the due time. En esta área aquí, si su hijo o hija tienen un trabajo que tiene una fecha cuando lo tienen que entregar, en esta área va a salir el nombre del trabajo y el día y la fecha y la hora cuando tienen que entregar el trabajo. All right, so now let's go to this next section. Sorry, guys. Now let's go to this next section here that says classwork. So our school has prepared this classwork section where it's divided by subjects. In pre-K, we have used these topics, which is morning circle, centers, literacy, social emotional learning, body movement, math, and parent resources. In the upper grades from kindergarten to grade 5, they have separated it between literacy, math, science, social studies, social emotional, and Ms. Fleshman or Ms. Evans, can you jump in and let me know if I missed anything? On their topics?
I think you're fine. Yeah, I think that you're fine.
Okay. So, en el grado de pre-kinder y pre-kinder, dividimos los tópicos entre el círculo de por la mañana, los centros de jugar, lectura, aprendizaje de social emocional, movimiento, matemática y diferentes recursos para los padres. En los grados de kinder a quinto grado tienen lectura, matemática, estudios sociales, ciencia y aprendizaje social emocional. So once the teacher has it divided by topics, when they put their assignments in, the assignments will be under the heading of what topic it is. As well as that, the teacher will also have the dates of the assignment. So that way, if the teacher contacts you and lets you know, hey, so your child is missing their assignment for October 5th, it will be easier for you to find, okay, October 5th, you can click on it and now you can see which assignment your child might be missing or might have to work on or anything to that extent. So las maestras han dividido por tópico las lecciones y entonces cuando chequean debajo de cada sección pueden ver las asignaciones para cada área y también las maestras han puesto la fecha para así cuando tengan comunicación con ustedes se pueden dejar saber su hijo o hija le falta la lección de octubre 2 y así usted puede ir y puede chequear en octubre 2 qué exactamente es lo que le falta a su hijo o hija. And then in this section where it says people, this section is more for you to be able to see your child's teachers. So this section is a good section because let's say if you need to email one of your child's teachers, you could click on the 3 dots and you can click on email. This is a great way to send the teacher a private email about something you might want to address. Now, this part where it says remove and make class owner, you will not be able to see this in yours because your child is a student. You will only be able to see the part that says email. En la parte donde dice people, a la parte de arriba, aquí usted puede ver las maestras de su hijo y los estudiantes que están en la clase con su hijo. Esta área es una área buena porque si usted le quiere mandar una carta electrónica a la maestra de su hijo o hija, puede darle aquí a donde están los 3 puntos y van a ver la parte que dice email. Le dan a esa parte y le pueden mandar un email privado a la maestra o al maestro. Estas dos que dicen remove y make class owner, ustedes no van a ver esta área porque esta área nada más es para la maestra del salón. Are there any questions so far? No. Okay. All right. So now let me switch over because I want you guys to be able to see how it looks from a student's perspective. Okay. So I'm using my son's actually because it was easier for me to just get onto his. So here we will see the classes as I mentioned before. When we go onto the class, you will click on. So as I told you, when you go onto your child, you will not see the section that says grades. You only get to see stream, classwork, and people. So en esta área, esto es de un estudiante. Quería entrar a esta área para que ustedes vieran cómo ustedes lo ven. Nada más ven el área que dice stream, classwork, y people. So right here is the link that we spoke about. So if he was to meet with this, whenever he's going to meet with this teacher, he will click on this link and it automatically takes him to his Google Meet. En esta área vemos la dirección electrónica. Cuando la maestra se va a reunir con él en vivo, él nada más le tiene que dar a esta dirección electrónica y lo lleva directo a donde se reúnen. Here, the child can write a message to the class. However, it will be a message to the whole class. He will have to share this with the whole class. This is not for a private message. En esta área, él puede escribir un mensaje. Sería un mensaje para la clase entera. No va a ser un mensaje privado cuando lo ponen en esta área. Then let's go into the classwork section. Here on the classwork section, I want to point out how each assignment has a different symbol, as you can tell. So whenever we see the symbol like this, a question mark, it means that the child has to respond to a question. So you will click on view question and the child will answer to the question. The answer to the question goes to the teacher only. So no other student will be able to see the answers to the question. Only the teacher will, unless the teacher makes it a forum where it's going to be interactive where the children are going to be answering each other back and forth. But for the most part, it will be a private question that the teacher will only receive the answer. Como ustedes pueden ver, cada asignación tiene un símbolo diferente. Eso es porque cada foto representa algo diferente. En este es cuando la maestra quiere hacer una pregunta. Cuando ven este símbolo, su hijo o hija tiene que responder. Le darían a esta área donde dice View Question, que es ver la pregunta. Y entonces cuando entren a esta área, contestan la pregunta y se la mandan para atrás a la maestra. So I'm going to click on this. He already turned his assignment in, but he will actually see the question, reply, and then he will turn it in. So when we go into the assignment, on this area right here where it says private comments, if he has a question or a comment that he would like to say privately to his teacher, this will be where he will write it and send it off to the teacher. If he wants it to be a question, let's say if it's a question that he might have that he thinks can help another classmate of his, then he could add it in this section where it says class comments. And everybody in the class will be able to see his comment or question pertaining to this assignment. So en esta área, si entran, cuando entran a la asignación, si mandan un mensaje en esta área, viene siendo un mensaje privado. Aquí pueden hacerle cualquier pregunta, comentario al maestro que tengan sobre esta asignación. En este lado es si quieren hacer una pregunta o comentario y la quieren poner para que la clase entera la vea, porque puede ser que algo ayude a cualquier otro compañero de ello. Okay, let's go back. Now here we see this one. It's a different symbol. Now this one is an assignment. It's a clipboard with like writing on it. This one is an assignment, which means that he has to turn something in. So we will click on View Assignment. At times, the teacher might attach a PDF file or a document where your child can click on and make adjustments on. So en esta área, como ven, en esta asignación es un dibujo de una, como si fuera una libretita con escritura. Eso significa que quieren que su hijo o hija responda a algo, a una asignación. Le dieran a esta área donde dice View Assignments. Entran y entonces aquí arriba, como ven, puede ser que la maestra añade un documentario donde ella quiere que su hijo o hija responda a las preguntas. Cuando hacen esto, le dan una copia a cada niño y el niño tiene que llenar el formulario y devolverlo para atrás. Now, at times, you might see that the teacher did not add a document. But however, it's still an assignment like this. And we know it's an assignment because it's a clipboard. In this section here where it says add or create, you will add a picture of your child's assignment. So the easiest way will be to take a picture and upload it, which we're going to view a video on how to do that next. But that will be the best way to do that. And you will add it and then you will turn it in. You always have to make sure that you click on turn in or in assignment, or it would show as not completed, even though if something is attached, because the child might still be working on it. En esta área, como ven, si ven que su hijo o hija no tiene esta sección donde es para ello completar una asignación, aquí abajo dice añadir o crear. Eso es para que su hijo añada o cree un documentario para devolvérselo a la maestra. La manera más fácil es tomando una foto y mandándoselo para atrás a la maestra, y vamos a ver un video próximo de cómo hacerlo. Después de que su hijo o hija termine, le tienen que dar a este botón donde dice Turn In, porque si su hijo o hija no le da este botón, la asignación se queda como que todavía están trabajando en la asignación y la maestra no recibe el trabajo completo. All right. Then, let's see if there's a material one on this class. Let me just switch to this class here. When you go in back in classwork, you might see a different one that looks like this, which is just the paper with like a tab on it. This one is material. So what this one means is that the teacher is just providing material for your child to go over. So it's not actually an assignment that they have to complete and return back. Some teachers do put assignment in this and under material, but they're not expecting the like a copy of it back. En esta área, como ven, hay una que se llama material. Es un papel como si fuera con una banderita enganchada. Y esto es en el área donde ponen una asignación que es material para su hijo o hija repasar, o puede ser una asignación donde su hijo o hija no tienen que devolver el material para atrás a donde la maestra. Any questions so far? I have to switch screen to be able to see you guys. Questions so far?
I just want to tell you that you're doing an excellent job, Ms. Heredia.
Oh, thank you guys. All right. So our next thing is how to check your email. So I'm going to go back to presenting. And I'm going back to the student screen. All right, so when we're back on our student screen, you could see, Ms. V? Yeah. Okay. All right, so when you're back on the screen, all the way up here, next to where you have the letter or a picture, if you uploaded a picture already, you will see 9 dots. You will click on those 9 dots and you will see the different apps. Okay, and I'll give a quick little overview on all these apps, but let me just translate in Spanish very quickly. Cuando están en la página principal, aquí a donde está el círculo con su letra o una foto, si ya subieron una foto, van a ver que hay 9 puntitos. Cuando le dan a esos 9 puntitos, les salen todas sus aplicaciones de este programa. All right, so this first one is the count. You really won't use it too much unless you want to upload a picture for your child, if you want it to be a picture instead of the letter. But other than that, you won't use this one too much. This one here is to check your email. So your child does have an email, which is their first name, first letter of their last name at ps138school.com. However, they do have a number in front of it. And if you do not have that, you want to make sure that you reach out to one of us. Here in Drive is where all the work that your child has uploaded or the teacher has shared with them is at. Classroom is this main page here where we are now, where we will see all their classes. Docs is where this is used more in the upper grades, where they can create their documents to send to their teacher, or the teacher will send docs to them, as well as sheets and slides. So documents is kind of like our Microsoft Word. Sheets, it's kind of like our Excel, Microsoft Excel. And slides is kind of like the PowerPoint. Your calendar, contacts you won't use, and Meet. And you do have other apps at the bottom, but I don't want to give you that because we won't be using those. All right. So en esta área, cuando le dan a los 9 puntos, tienen la área de su cuenta. En esta área no la usaría mucho, al menos que van a cambiar, añadir una foto. Está el área del email para chequear su correo electrónico, y cada estudiante tiene su correo electrónico. En Drive, aquí es donde están todos los documentos que usted o su hijo o hija han subido y la maestra ha compartido con ellos. Classroom viene siendo en esta página central a donde están todas sus clases. Documentos viene siendo donde la maestra le puede mandar documentos a su hijo o hija, o ellos le pueden mandar los documentos a la maestra. Este viene trabajando como si fuera Microsoft Word. Este viene siendo lo mismo como si fuera Excel. Y este viene siendo lo mismo como si fuera PowerPoint. Tienen un calendario. Tienen un área de contactos. No, esto no lo usaría mucho. y tienen una área de Meet. Aquí es donde son las reuniones, pero ya le enseñé cómo pueden entrar. On calendar, something that you guys can do is you can add when assignments are due. However, you do get to see them on the classroom where I showed you guys earlier. En esta área de calendario pudieran añadir cuando los trabajos tienen que entregarlos, pero ya tienen una área en cada clase donde también le enseña que no tienen que entrar al área de calendario. So now let's look at the email. And you will click right here where it says Gmail, and it takes you straight into your child's email. So en esta área donde dice Gmail, le darían a este botón y lo lleva directo. I have it pre-opened just because I didn't want it to slow us down. So I'm just going to click up here. So this is what your child's email will look like. This is if they want to start an email, if they want to send an email to someone. Where it says inbox, this is where all their email is. Okay. So en esta área es donde, si le dan a este botón aquí arriba donde está el signo de añadir, esta área si quieren escribirle una carta electrónica a alguien. Y aquí a donde dice inbox es donde vinieran chequeando el correo de su hijo o hija. So the email is very important because a lot of times parents will say that they didn't see an assignment, but if you link your email to your child's, and if anybody needs help with that, just email me and I can walk you through that. You will be able to see when your child receives a new assignment. You will be able to see when the teacher grades your child's assignment and they receive the grade on it. So this is pretty much like an extra alert letting you know when something's going on. Also, the email is important because you can contact the teacher or any staff member of PS 138 privately through the email. And that way you will also have a record of the conversation. En esa área de la dirección electrónica es buena porque aquí recibirán cuando su hijo recibe una asignación nueva, cuando la maestra corrige una asignación de su hijo o hija, le deja saber por aquí también. So for example, right here at 10:25 a.m., he received a new assignment from Julio Ayabaca, which was his Spanish teacher. So this will be a good way to see that he received a new assignment. And it will usually start like this because the teachers don't send these out. They automatically go out. It will say new assignment. So you know a new assignment came out. So, por ejemplo, cuando su hijo recibe una asignación nueva, por su dirección electrónica también le llega una alerta que dice New Assignments y le deja saber qué maestra le mandó una asignación nueva. Let me scroll down. Cuando corrigen uno de los trabajos de su hijo o hija, le llega algo por la dirección electrónica que dice graded. So when your child receives a grade for one of their assignments that the teacher already graded, you will receive something like this that says graded. And once you click on it, it will let you know that the assignment was graded. I'll open this one so we could see. So it will tell you, for example, 10 out of 10. So your child received a 10 out of 10. So that will be a good way to also keep track of the assignments that your child receives their grades on. Okay, so make sure that you start looking into the email as well. En esta área, como ven, en donde dice graded, pueden recibir los grados de su hijo o hija. So es bueno que también tengan esta es otra manera de poder chequear los grados o las notas de su hijo o hija. Okay, I have to go back. Any questions or comments so far? No? All right, we're good. Okay, let me go back to the presentation so we could see where we are. All right, so we know how to check our child's email. So ya sabemos cómo chequear el correo electrónico de su hijo o hija. La próxima cosa es ver cómo subir trabajo usando una tableta o usando una computadora. So I will be sharing with you guys a video. This one here is how to upload work using an iPad. Can you see the screen? Yes? Okay, thank you.
Hi there, this video will walk you through how students can submit handwritten work using Google Classroom on their iPad. Students will tap on their class and then tap on the assignment. At the bottom of this page, tap on Assigned. Then tap on Add Attachment. Choose to use the camera so you can take a photo of your homework. Use the iPad's camera. Snapshot it. Tap Use Photo. And allow your photo to upload. At this point, you'll see your photo attached. You can add another photo or turn it in. Once you turn in your assignment, you will see at the bottom of your assignment, it shows that it's turned in.
All right, so that's the way that we can upload work if you're using a tablet. However, if you're on a laptop or a desktop, it looks a little different. So I want to show you guys how it looks if you're doing it on a computer or a laptop.
What's up, world? I'm Mr. Vaca, and today I'm going to show you how you can take a photo from your phone or tablet and send it as an assignment to your Google Classroom. I'm going to start by checking my Google Classroom, and I see that there is an assignment due, math homework, due on April 1st, 2020, and if I click on it, it has the directions. Please answer the following question, show your work. Billy has 3 apples, and Sarah ate 2 of them. How many apples does Billy have left? So here I have completed the work, and I'm going to take my phone and take a picture of that paper. Now I want to focus on the Your Work box. It's located up here in the top right corner, and you have a plus button where you can add or create your work, and then mark as done. That's where you are submitting it to your teacher. So I want to click the Add or Create button, and I have that file, that photo that I took, whether it's on my phone or here in the computer, and I'm going to click File. Now I want to select files from my device, and if you're on your phone, you're just going to click the Photos app. Let's say this file right here is the photo that I just took. I click on it, hit Open, then click Upload. You'll see that up here in that top right, that image is now processing. You have the bar going, and now it's done. I then want to click the Turn In button. It says turn in your work. One attachment will be submitted for the homework assignment. I click turn in again. And now my assignment is completed by just sending in a photo to my teacher. And it says right here, unsubmit. So say by accident, I clicked the wrong picture and I wanted to do a different one. Just click unsubmit and then you do the whole process over again. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any other questions, please leave it down in the comment box below. Hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up, but most importantly, don't forget to wash your hands, work hard, play hard, and I'll catch you next time.
All right, so that will be the way that we will upload a picture if we're using a computer or a laptop. Okay, are there any questions so far? Okay, all right. So let me go right back here. Okay, so the next thing I would like to share with you is if you need a device or if you're having technical difficulties with the device you have received from the Department of Education, please call 718-935-5100, or you can call 311. If you call the 5100 number, please dial option 5. Los dos videos que presenté es cómo subir trabajo usando una tableta o usando una computadora. Los videos van a estar salvados en nuestro canal de YouTube para que lo puedan repasar. Si usted no tiene una computadora o una tableta en su casa para su hijo o hija, puede llamar al número 718-935-5100, opción 5, o puede llamar al 311. Also, if you are waiting on a device, please monitor your email because they will be sending out a consent to you. And for follow-up instructions, at this time, we have not received any devices in the building. And we will keep an eye out for them just in case they do come into the building. But we ask you guys to also keep an eye out for either the email or for the device arriving at your home. En este momento no hemos recibido ningunos computadoras o tabletas a la escuela. Nosotros vamos a estar pendientes a ver si llegan aquí a la escuela, pero si usted aplicó y no ha recibido nada, por favor cheque su correo electrónico a menudo, porque sí le mandan una carta a ustedes para que den consentimiento para recibirlo, y cuando nosotros recibamos algo le avisaremos a ustedes, pero también estén pendientes por si acaso le llega a ustedes. Something that's also really major in our school is Class Dojo. If you do not have an account or you are not linked into your child's teacher account for Class Dojo to receive messages, please make sure to reach out to your child's teacher via email. So that way she can add your child, and that way you can make sure that you receive the notices. Also, all of our workshops or fun activities that we have at the school, they are posted in our YouTube channel just in case you miss any of them. And make sure to follow us on Instagram and or Twitter. Our handle is at 138PS. Si su hijo o hija o usted no tiene una cuenta con nosotros en Class Dojo, por favor asegúrese de contactar a la maestra de su hijo o hija vía dirección electrónica, correo electrónico para que así lo añadan, porque por ahí mandamos muchas notificaciones para ustedes. Todas las diferentes actividades que tenemos en la escuela o reuniones, toditas las grabamos y la ponemos en el canal de nosotros de YouTube, por si acaso usted no puede asistir. Y también asegúrense de seguirnos en nuestra página de redes sociales de Instagram y Twitter. Nuestro nombre es @138PS. At this time, I'm going to open up the floor to if anybody has any questions or comments they would like to share. Okay. And nothing's in the chat. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful for everyone, and I hope to see everyone in our next workshop or school activity. On Thursday, October 8th, we have another technology workshop for grades 3 to 5. And we also have on October 14th, we have a Zumba activity for families, for everyone. So I hope to see all of you join us there. And that's pretty much it. Ms. Evans, Fleshman, Mr. Burke, would you like to add anything? Okay.
Thank you so much, Ms. Aradia, because it's so important that our parents, our community, they know how to communicate with us using technology, because that's what we're using now. So it's very good that we had this workshop today, and that I hope they have many opportunities to refer to it over and over and over again, as many times as they need to.
No
And
problem.
I echo what Ms. Fleshman said. Thank you, Ms. Heredia. That was very well done. I hope that all of our parents will take advantage of these recordings, because they are beneficial to our student body. So thank you very much.
Technology rock star. Thank you.
That's Mr. Burke. Yes.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
It's never complete without the wave.